I'm Brad Heineck, physical therapist, and I want to talk about shin splints and how to treat it as far as activity. When you have shin splints and they become very painful, you're in the acute phase, we call it, of the injury. It's difficult to walk and you're limping at that level. And you're a runner, and I'm a runner myself, and I know you want to get out there and run, but you just need to take a break. You know, maybe a few days, it may be up to a couple of weeks, depending on the severity and how you respond. So at that phase, you want to maintain your aerobic ability, aerobic capacity, as well as maintain your fitness as best you can. Now there's some alternatives. One thing that I do personally, when I have an injury in my legs, I haven't had severe shin splints, but I've had some knee problems, is I go to biking. You can do a lot of exercise with your legs and your lower extremities, get your aerobic capacity where it needs to be, and you eliminate the impact, which is a very prominent cause of shin splints, off of your legs while you're biking. And you can certainly get a very good workout while you're biking. Okay, so that's a great option. Another option is water exercises. I know a number of runners who, when they have an injury, if they have severe shin splints, is you can go in the water, and actually you get a special life vest that's made for running in the water. At the YMCA where I go, they have them right there, and you get in the water and you just start running in the water, and it takes off all the impact off of the joints. You still get the similar muscle groups working, you're maintaining some fitness, and you can certainly get your heart rate up doing that as well. The other thing is the elliptical. Now that is an exercise that may or may not have a good response to your shin splints, and you just have to try it. If you do it and you feel it getting flared up while you're doing it, or after you finish the activity, then you're going to have to back off from that. It depends on where you're at in the phase of the injury. For certain, the water activity is not going to affect it. Biking probably will not. Then, once it starts to improve, you can go to the elliptical, and once you can be on the elliptical for an extended period of time, then you can go into the next phase of the rehab, which would be actually get back on the ground and start walking first. Okay, once you get through the acute phase of the injury, your shins are starting to feel better, you don't have that real tenderness anymore, and you're really getting the urge to get out there and get back running with the group and get ready for the competition or whatever it may be. You want to take your time and gradually work yourself into this. Number one is get the proper footwear. Okay, make sure you get footwear that has some cushioning. You may want to put an insert in it. We have a video specifically addressing that. You can look at that. So get the proper footwear. Okay, at that point you start walking. See how it responds to walking, say, a half mile or a mile. Everyone's a little bit different, so there's no specific distance, but it's going to be a shorter distance. You're going to feel like going farther, you're going to feel like running, but you need to see how your body responds. The next day, if you feel fine, you can start to do a walk-run alternative, where you may go a quarter-mile jog, quarter-mile walk, quarter-mile jog, quarter-mile walk. If you respond well to that while you're doing it and the next day, then you increase that. Okay? The next thing you can do is, at that point, is start running. Okay? You run the mile. If you have no negative response, you're not getting flared up, you can still walk without pain afterwards and throughout the day or the next day, then you can start increasing your increments. And what we're going to recommend as a ballpark figure here is 20% per week. So if you start out, you can run 1 mile pain-free through the first week, you can bump it up 20%, so you're going to run approximately 1¼ mile. And if you can do that easily, you may want to go even more than that. It kind of depends, you know, if you're going up to 3 miles, 20% of 3 miles, you know, do my math in my head roughly, we're going to go add about a ½ mile on, a little more than that, 3.6 miles, and then you'll put that on. And the big thing is, it's not the exact distances. You don't have to get a calculator out and get your tape measure and measure down the road. People think you're kind of strange anyways, but you want to just rough things out. Runners always know distances, where they're going. Just don't go from 3 miles to 10. You're just asking for trouble. So make it that gradual progression, use some discipline. One thing you don't want to do is on your Saturday morning group run, if that's what you do. They're all running far, don't run with them. The temptation is you're going to run farther, it's going to feel good while you're running, you'll go that extra distance, and you may pay for it the next day and then get yourself back to where you started. So gradual progression is the key.